Hello! Are we doing okay? Hi, everybody. My goodness, do I have a special treat for you today. I'm unfortunately, yes, it's an art stream. I'm so glad. I unfortunately did not get part of what I wanted to get completed before the stream's done. It's just, it took me so long to set up and everything. But now I am set up, and, well, I mean, I can't promise you won't see my feet based off the angle of the camera. What I will promise is you can probably see my hands. I have no idea how long my camera battery is going to last, but I have a couple spares. The first thing we're actually just going to try and do today, I think I'm live on YouTube. Yeah, it says I am. I should be. I don't know. All right, ready to switch? Let's see if this works. 3, 2, 1. Yay! What do you think? I got hands. Oh, let me make sure the camera's nice and focused. Yeah, what do you think? Hands! I know, and my VTuber's here too, so I actually got everything working. I can't believe everything's actually working like it's supposed to. I am running a bit behind schedule. I was supposed to have this already on a piece of paper ready to ink, which I don't have. So our first step is going to be transferring this from the tracing paper to the actual watercolor paper I'm going to be using for the final illustration. I just didn't want to put off streaming any longer, because otherwise I'd be getting started too late. Also, I'm like not entirely aware of where the actual like camera feed stops, so you might see the top of my head, question mark. Hopefully not. My bald ass head, you know how it is. I can't actually claim to be bald or not. I will say that I have an absolutely massive forehead. Like, definitely a 5 or a 6 head, easily. So if you see that, I apologize. It just, I have bangs, but I need a trim, so I just pull them back all the time. Look, it's a curse. It's a curse having such a massive head, alright? That's not even a joke. I think Frenchie and I wear the same hat size, so I do have a bit of a big ass head. But that's where I keep all my brains. Oh my god, you know what I completely forgot to do before the stream started? I've completely forgot to test my alerts. I'm very frazzled. I'm in a new recording space. Hopefully I sound okay. I'm in my kimchin right now, so. Let me actually turn off studio mode. There we go. I can actually see what I'm doing. Wait a second. Wait a damn minute. Hang on one sec. Hup. Hey, yep. Ah, there we go. Yay! Blue! Thank you so much for the donation. You are so nice recently, Blue. I can't even believe it. What have you done with the real Blue Bear? It does. I'm so thrilled because I didn't check it before we started, so I'm really glad that it works. I don't know why just like that one time it didn't work. I don't know. The very first time it didn't work, but now it seems to not be doing too bad. No! I'm only morally opposed to the kidnapping, but other than that, that sounds alright. We all know how I feel about free labor. I'm trying to get through this like quickly but precisely, because annoyingly enough, like I sketch on my iPad because I can move things around without having to worry about it too much. You know, I can just click and drag or get rid of layers or all sorts of things. So I haven't been sketching on the actual paper. But that means that I have to transfer the sketch to the paper before I can do the line art. But of course, my sketch is so detailed that it's actually kind of vaguely annoying. Thank you. Thank you. Look, what can I say? My hands are absolutely delectable. You also get to see the stupid way I hold my pencil while I'm drawing. I don't know why I hold it like that. Your guess is as good as mine. I just know it that it's incorrect. That's all I know. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. I haven't seen a lot of your artwork recently. But I know you've been busy. You were just out of town and then obviously busy with soccer practice recently. Well, it's a start, of course. You doing still lifes, shapes and stuff? I might actually have some of my like old college art journals here. Some of the not journals, sketchbooks. Some of them are quite bad because I remember once we had to do like 100 sketches and I was like, I ain't doing all that. I'm like, I don't even think I have 100 objects in my room to sketch, so. It was just kind of to get us to loosen up and things. That is a good idea, actually. That's an extremely good idea. Because I constantly use my wrists, which is why I have to wear these. These are, I don't know if you've actually ever seen me wear these before. These are compression gloves. Because I have issues with joint pain, these are supposed to help push blood into my fingers and my joints and promote circulation. So that's why I'm wearing the gloves. It's not just a sick fashion choice. Even though, let's be honest, they do look pretty good on me. The other issue with this sketch is that this paper is really textured. So I don't know how much of this graphite is actually going to stick. Trying to really layer it on nice and thick. Hi! Thank you so much! I mean, it's good to see you around again. I totally don't mind people coming and going, oh, I moved my paper. Ah! Did I fix it? Oh no. Okay. Usually I would have this taped down, but I don't actually think we have any tape, so that's my bad. I didn't really consider that in my list of supplies that I would need. This is not a pen, actually. This is just a 2B pencil right now. So currently what I'm doing, I'm taking my digital sketch that I did on my iPad, I'm transferring it kind of roughly to tracing paper, and then we'll flip this tracing paper and that'll transfer it to the watercolor paper that I'm going to be using to ink. I wanted to get this part done before the stream started, but I was running out of time. And I figured I wanted to stream today, even if I had to do kind of boring shit on stream. The thing is, actually, I already tried this once before and it didn't work. So I had to switch to a different pencil, and I'm gonna have to try again. I can actually show you the failed attempt. Hang on, I have it right here. Ah, nobody look at the top of my head. You see that? It's just too light. I can't see what's going on. I love a good thick pencil. I love a nice charcoal-y pencil. But basically, we just want to get the lines down here so that we can actually get to the ink. I bought all these fun ink supplies and I haven't even used them yet. Ugh. I'm also really trying not to put my hand in stuff I've already done. Because it will smudge away. It's good practice for the inks, because you really don't want to accidentally smudge something. This, I basically just need the border of the plant, because all this texture, I know how to do this. This is not like something I need to copy exactly. I basically just need the forms. Try not to get too messy with it. Oh, I know. They're great. Let's see. This is going to be like our darkest area down here. And then we have our little border. Again, I don't need to include all this little texture stuff. We'll get to that when we get to it. But we do need to include this nice dark space there. Again, just make sure that that's included and that's noted as a darker space. Can we hear me okay? I hope we can. My microphone is a little further away from me than usual. Also, I'm very nervous, so I'm very hot. It's just kind of easier for people to say. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I am quite nervous about accidentally showing the top of my head on camera because I have done it a few times in like filming. So I have to be really careful. Not that there's anything wrong with the top of my head, you know? I don't have like a horn or something. Yeah, I mean, it's easier for people to say, it's easier for people to spell, and in my Sims world, because my name is After Plague on there, it calls me After, so I was like, I might as well just go with that, you know? But I'm fine with either. It's just, you know. Okay, let's get Wolfie in here. In case we're wondering, I wouldn't be surprised if nobody knew what the hell I was drawing. It's like, what is even going on here, you know? In case we were wondering, this is from the first canto of Dante's Inferno. Essentially what's going on is like Dante is lost in these dark woods in a valley, and there's a mountain, but he can't climb the mountain because there's these three beasts that are not letting him pass. One of which is a jaguar, one of which is a lion, and one of which is a wolf. Specifically a she-wolf, but like I didn't want to give her yiddies, you know? Just reading chat, making sure you're behaving. So yeah, and essentially each of these things are supposed to represent threat to Italy and Florence more specifically, because Dante sort of existed in the time where you were loyal to your city more than your country overall. So like they were Italy, but Dante was Florentine, and so he really cared about Florence and what was going on there. Don't even get me started on Florence. Dante was freaking obsessed, dude. I gotta sharpen my pencil. So he essentially wrote a lot of Inferno about Florence and what was going on with Florence right now. And so obviously Inferno is a poem. It's an epic poem, essentially, about Dante's journey through hell specifically, but it's part of a larger 3-poem volume called the Divine Comedy, where Dante travels through hell, purgatory, and heaven. I have started streaming recently. I was using another program on YouTube specifically. I was using another program to stream. I was using Streamlabs, and you have to pay to stream on more than one platform there. But I recently found out that Restream.io lets you stream on 2 platforms before they charge you. So I chose to stream on YouTube as well, so that's nice. What do you mean, rip the paper? I would never. I'm very gentle. But yeah, so the she-wolf, each of these things is supposed to represent something, but I don't fucking remember. Because I'm stupid. I'm sure I could look it up. I know that one of them represents greed. Some say that the she-wolf specifically represents lust, but also some scholars say that Dante wasn't like that concerned about lust as a sin, and the she-wolf is most specifically mentioned across passages. So Dante, being the little bitch he is too scared to climb the mountain, which is purgatory, while there's these beasts on the mountain. So he's just like sitting there crying his eyes out when Virgil shows up. And Virgil's like this Roman poet dude that Dante was a huge fan of. And Virgil's like, yo, I'm gonna guide you through hell. You know, that's like the whole first canto is Dante crying and pissing himself because he's so scared. And Virgil shows up and is like, my homie. My Florentinian homie. I will guide you through hell, my guy. And Dante's just like so grateful. Also, he loves Virgil, so he's like, oh my god, it's Virgil. You know, he's like having a celebrity freak out moment. Virgil, oh my gosh, you're my idol. He calls him my master throughout the story, which is like kind of gay, but in a good way, you know? In like a Pride Month way. I mean, quite often Virgil cradles Dante in his arms and carries him down the mountain. So I don't feel like I'm misinterpreting the text when I say I think Dante had a little bit of a thing for Virgil. Did you just look it up? Did you look up greed, pride, and lust? Yeah, the lion is pride, the leopard is greed, and the wolf is lust. But that is, like, up to interpretation. She's specifically representative of lust because she's a she-wolf, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, you know. It's difficult to interpret Dante because it was so long ago, you know. Things have changed quite a lot. You know, you're right, though. Because the lion was definitely pride, now that I'm thinking about it. And the leopard was specifically avarice, which is just another word for greed. Also, I'm not going to trace over his spots. We'll get to that when we get to it. Again, I kind of just want to get through this so I can actually get to inking. I have all these fun ink supplies that I want to use. They've been sitting on my counter for like weeks. Now the leopard, the thing about this is I did not consider when I was sketching that I would not be able to zoom in on a piece of paper. So the leopard's eyes are like really tiny. I am actually really nervous about this because, like, I've never, it's not that I never have done this before, I just haven't done it in a very long time. And dear God, it would be a lot of work if I messed it up to have to go back and do it again, so hopefully I don't. I just really wanted to try something different this year because I've done it digitally the last 2 years, and it's supposed to be, like, using ink as a medium. But typically I just do like black and white. I'm so hot. It's fine. It's fine. You know how it is. It's just you get a little nervous. I appreciate the calming words. My God. Gotta be careful not to accidentally rub out the work that I've done. Okay. You're sort of supposed to work from left to right. If you're right-handed, you're supposed to work from left to right and top to bottom so you don't smudge things. Same when you're doing the inking, so. I've never used these inks before too. That's the main thing I'm worried about, is that I'm using dip pens and I'm doing it on paper that I normally wouldn't do. So I'm doing a lot of firsts, honestly. I'm using this ink for the first time. I'm using this dip pen for the first time. It's brand new. I usually use, what are they called? Microns. But I wanted to have a little bit more of an organic feel. And then I also got watercolor ink because I specifically want to, I'm going to do the line art on this piece, and then I'm going to come back in a couple days once I'm sure the ink is entirely dry, and then we'll do some value washes across the piece to really give it some depth and dimension. Nice barrier here. I don't know if you can see it getting messier as I'm going on. I am getting messier, but that's because I want to get to the fun stuff. Okay. We can't not include his tail. All right, last section. I definitely rubbed out that there, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, me too. I genuinely, am trying not to lay down, because usually I lay like flat. Oh, you might have seen my glasses there. Boink. I lay flat on the table and like look sideways at it while I'm drawing, so the camera is keeping me in an upright position. Like, no wonder my back hurts all the time when I draw literally hunched over my artwork like an insane person. Like I'm scribbling something I don't want the world to know. You're not supposed to do that though, because it messes up the perspective of your drawing, so I really try not to these days. I can't do that with my iPad, so that works out decently for me. We just want to make sure we're including the bark going in the proper direction. I know I'm covering the paper with my hand. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. No! Yeah, actually, I do draw like I sleep in class. I'm not gonna let you see my bald head. Maybe eventually when I'm not bald. I have a 5 head. It's not my fault, alright? It's inherited. Okay, did we miss anything? I don't think so. Alright. Yoink. Isn't that a nice sketch? I can't wait for the final product to look like that. Yoink. Okay, now, for the scary part. We're actually, did I not bring an eraser? That's fine. I don't need one. Who needs an eraser? What? That's so mean. Saying I have tiny fingers? What the hell, man? My fingers are totally normal sized. You're just really far away. Like the camera is, boink, a good 2.5 feet in the air. Alright. Ugh. My fingers have graphite on them. I'm leaving little smudgies all over the paper, which is not good. Alright. No, my smudgies. My smudgies. Okay. Now. Like this. Don't mind. Okay. And now, that's so mean. You know what? You're the one that's literally a baby here. All right, you teeny. I'm realizing I can pull this a little bit closer to me, which would be nice. Right there. All right. Different pencil. I'm really hoping this works. A teenager. Blah, blah, blah. Teenagers are still babies. Teenagers are still babies. It's true. Anyone who thinks teenagers are not little babies is a creep. What? How far behind are you in this chat? We have tape, but we don't have tape that's like easy to remove without tearing. Sorry for using your pencils, by the way. They were just the first set I grabbed. I'm sorry. Oh no! Well, that's fine. I can see both chats at the same time. If I miss out on your chats, it's just because I'm distracted. Oh, sorry, Blue. Yeah, you can't see what everyone else is saying. Frenchie's in the YouTube chat. That is true. It's all about perspective. When I went to college, when I went to my master's program, and I was only 19, 20 years old, I was the baby there. Everyone knew it. I was the there was actually someone younger than me who was there. There was a 19-year-old guy who was there. Yeah, I was 20 and he was 19, so we were the babies of the program. Frenchie's work does not allow him on Twitch, which is why he doesn't join the streams. But they do allow him on YouTube. Well, that and he actually works for a living, unlike some people. Me. I vibe for a living, actually. I really hope this works. Whether it truly works or not, this is what we're going forward with, so. Will you? That's pretty exciting. Oh, gosh, I wish I could just vibe for a living. But capitalism hates me. We just gotta keep high pressure. We gotta keep the pressure on. We're almost done. No matter what happens, we're going forward with this version. All right, Wolfie. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty normal. Pretty normal to not be able to access Twitch during your job. I almost ripped through the paper there, but that's okay. That's all right. Blue. Blue. Oh my gosh. I completely feel that. Inflation is completely crazy. We pay like, well, our apartment is like $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. So trust me, I feel the cost of living. Yeah, it is. And I miss him. I miss my Frenchie. Is that a hot dog? What? America's expensive, Blue. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I also live in a pretty expensive state, though, to be fair. I live in Florida. Are we ready for the grand reveal? I'm so nervous. Oh, please look okay. Okay, that is much better than last time. I can actually see what's going on. Ugh. Whew. All right. Hiya! What do you think of that, huh? This is my fancy new nibs and my pen. It came with some ink, but I'm not going to use this ink because I don't know if this is waterproof. Yes, it truly did. I'm so relieved. I was really nervous. Okay. Now we can actually get to, how does this bag open? Am I too stupid to open a bag? Maybe. Hiya! All right, let's see what kind of nibs we've got here. So this one looks like a very small ball nib. Let's see, that's another like fine point one. That's a fine point one. That one's gonna be thick. That one's gonna be pretty thick. That one's gonna be pretty thin. We might have to do a nib test. Who wants to do a nib test? Hiya! Oh God, no. I feel like I'm breaking everything, but I'm not. It's fine. Don't bite the hot dog? Oh, the hot dog doesn't bite. I was like, I'm pretty sure hot dogs are for biting. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait a second. I don't have to trim it. They just pop right out. Oh, that's perfect. That way I can put them right back in. Guys, I can put them right back in. Sorry. I can't, I can't resist being annoying. It's just, it is how it is. They're nibs. They're nibs. Ya fool. Ya fool. They're nibs. I'm not saying nips. I'm saying nibs, all right? Okay. Excuse me. Freaking excuse me. Jeez. This is our paper for nib testing. Hiya! Oh, I'm too weak. They do, don't they? What, nips? I mean, you can clip it if you want. Yeah, well, you can clip that too. I can't promise I'll post it anywhere, but you can technically clip whatever you want. They show up for me in like my... you gotta vigorously shake it. They show up for me in my Twitch channel stuff. Oh my God, I'm so good at this. Wow, I shook it so hard the top came off. Oh, that's thickums. Oh, that's really thick. Ah, that's kind of bad. Yikes. And also it's already on my hands. Guys, it's thick. All right, let's try with just a dip. Hiya. Not bad. The issue with it being thick is that it dries extremely quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dilute this. Oh, which is a problem because you're supposed to dilute it with distilled water. And I'm stupid and didn't buy any. So we're just going to use regular water and hope that it doesn't make it, what's the word? See, now I can't even think of the word. The word I'm looking for is non-water soluble. So it wasn't exactly an easy word. Okay, I will be right back. You'll hear me rummage around for a minute. But that's a, wait, I don't have to rummage. I have a water bottle. I have a water bottle, guys. Aha! God. Don't mind me making a mess. Frenchie, don't be mad. Don't be mad, Frenchie. Okay, this is much thinner. Yeah, better. Okay, so that's this nib. Ooh, this one has quite a lot of ink on it. Ink lasts for a while. Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Look, just because I don't know what I'm doing doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing, you know? Let's try out one of these slightly bigger nibs. I feel like I want something that has a, woo, don't waste it, a little bit more line weight to it. So let's try out this bad boy. I know how to do this without breaking them. Hi-ya. Just like that. And then we dip. Well, this one doesn't seem to be fitting very nicely. Ignore that that happened. Now I just have to put it in without getting ink on my fingers. Better. Okay, yeah, I think this one is thicker. More. It needs more ink is what it needs. Line, weight. So let's do like a curved line. Yeah, see this one, it's not holding a lot of ink, but that's because there's not a lot of ink in there. So we're just gonna continue to do things in a way that is ill-advised. Oh, God. It's just so much of a mess. This. Oh, I like that one. I think we're gonna go forward with this one. I actually don't feel like I need to try all of them because this one feels really nice. I'm really trying not to make a mess, Frenchie. I promise. I'm really trying not to. Oh, Frenchie! Sorry. You didn't have to donate to get my attention, French. My French boyf. Thank you! Oh my gosh, I worked so hard on it. Frenchie, the thing is, I would check my messages, but I don't know where I put my phone. Hang on, I gotta sprint off and check my messages. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. DZ, I'm totally planning on adding something like that. I want to add him like standing on the cane, and I want to make him like the chat text-to-speech thing. So you guys will be able to talk through his mouth. His name is Louis, and he's totally gonna be here. I don't think it actually changed blue. I'll be right back. It sounds like it's important. Hang on. I'm sprinting. It was just Frenchie being nice. We're all good. He was just being a real sweet guy. Okay, are we ready to get started? Are we absolutely terrified? Are we scared out of our minds? Will we never recover? Yes. Okay. Just load up our pen. I should put something underneath this. Sorry for being so... Look, I'm confident in my abilities to not get things wrong, is the thing. I'm very confident in my ability not to spill things. But on the off chance I do spill something, on the off chance I do spill something, we've got paper towel. Okay, here we go. Starting in the top left corner. We are projecting confidence. Were those lines confident? What do you think? Do you think I projected confidence? Actually, I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry. I'm still here. Okay. I grabbed my iPad so I can look at my reference. Okay. Now. Thank you. Thank you. We just gotta relax. Untense your shoulders and relax. I think I want to extend this branch up like this. And then this one, of course, we should add a little bit of a extend this down and arch this up into it. And then, of course, in here we have to add a nice dark area. Okay, I think I'm relaxing into it. It's just line art. And I have a lot of it to do, so it's not like it's gonna be the end of the world if I run into a small error. Definitely do want to add a little bit of texture up top there, though. That's okay. I was trying to figure out what you were saying, and then I realized you're just kind of like trying to stay awake, which I respect. It is totally okay if you need to fall asleep, though. I understand. This is going to go well. Definitely have that like scribbly, scratchy feeling. Da, 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 da. And then we're gonna want to add a little scribble up here and some shading coming off of it. You would be correct if I was using more than just like a tiny little bit of ink, but this is watercolor paper, so it absorbs the ink way faster than it can run, you know? If I was using like a Bristol board, you would be absolutely correct because that sits on top until it can dry. but this is like sucking the ink right up into it. So it's actually not a huge problem. I'm probably gonna do some like light watercolor painting on this in the future, just grays, shades of gray. And in that case, it would definitely be a good idea to have a harder surface behind it. But the paper towel, it shouldn't be impacting what I'm doing currently because of the paper texture I'm using. I'm using, I think, cold pressed watercolor paper. So it's like really bumpy, so it absorbs the ink really, really well. I'm trying to add some like line variation to these branches here. And then up. Yes, like that. And then we'll want to add like a little skinny line running through the center of it, of course. Yeah, we're starting to achieve a nice texture there, I think. Going in for a dip. Yeah, no, I appreciate the question, the comment. I know you're just trying to prevent a horrible accident. So let's see, this line is going to be long and straight. Beautiful, long, straight lines. Excellent. And this again, we're going to keep drawing in these like scrungly parts of the tree branch. We just want a lot of nice texture up here. And definitely shade in this area under that branch. It's so tempting to do the fun stuff first. Like, I so badly want to do like the animals first, but I know that I will put my hand in it. I know for a fact that I will put my hand in it and then cry because I've smeared ink all over the place. So I'm being patient and I'm showing restraint. This one we might do some thicker lines on because it's a thicker branch. And then of course we gotta add our like thin texturing sort of lines in here. You know what is kind of throwing me off? My hands are kind of tremory. Why didn't you get a notification about what? The thing that's kind of giving me trouble a little bit is that because of the specific type of pen this is, you can't push it with a lot of force. So most of my lines have to be pulled towards me, like towards my wrist. And that is kind of an unexpected feeling, I guess. I don't think it's caused like any real issues or anything. And the other thing is that my hands are quite tremory, just naturally. I usually have quite a bit of a stabilization. So these lines might be a little more tremory than usual, but that's okay. That's part of the reason we're doing this, is I want to get a different kind of texture than I usually get, you know? Because I feel like I saw a really good post today on Threads. I'm on Threads, by the way. I love Threads. But I saw a really good post on Threads today that said, like, when you start to feel comfortable as an artist, that's when you need to try something new. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty comfortable with my digital technique, so I guess I should try something new. And that something new is inking, because that's my favorite part of the process. I really love inking. So I figured if I'm gonna do something new, it should be something that I already enjoy, that I can expand on and learn new skills. I kind of want to add just like some little dots here. And then definitely some like light shading along the top of this branch. Oh, this pen is a dream. It actually moves perfectly. And then we'll want to do some darker, more dense lines on this part of the... Yeah, excellent. Now we're creating some variety. We just need some darker areas that are getting pushed to the back. I am shaking. You're so right. Wait, you're right. Did you not get a notification? Frenchie, how'd that happen? Oh no. Because it worked for blue like 15 minutes ago. Did that really not come through? Oh gosh. That's just horrible, isn't it? It's just so inconsistent. It literally just worked for blue. Like, no joke. 15-20 minutes ago. And then let's add like a little curly. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I mean, I'm really nervous about fucking up. Because, like, if I mess up here, I just have to start over, you know? Like, if I mess up super badly, I can't just delete my layer and keep at it, you know? I've just... There's a lot on the line, I guess. So I'm not surprised if I sound a little bit shakier, or like if my hands are a bit shakier than usual. Though, honestly, my hands are kind of this shaky all the time. I use quite a bit of stabilization, as I was saying, when I draw, to keep my hands from shaking. I get, like, if I'm having a bad pain day, I'm really shaky. This week, oh my gosh, I've talked about it a couple times, but I had like a really horrendous pain week. My hands were shaking so bad, I couldn't do anything. I was trying to like cut some stuff that I had printed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually annoying. Okay, so for these like animals, I want to go a bit thicker on at least the exterior line art to differentiate them from their background. And his ear like goes up to his head there. Nice thick line art. Oh, whoa! No! 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 Guys, can you see this? I completely smudged out the entire side of the drawing. No. No. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't even think about it. It's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I didn't know that could happen, so next time I'm wearing long sleeves. Also, I have my pen in my mouth if you're wondering why I sound weird. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our hand on this from going forward. I still have the traced out version on hand, so we're just gonna keep going with what we can see, and then we'll redo that like line, the pencil, when this is dry. So we'll do what we can on stream, but I probably can't finish it on stream because of that, because I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry to go over it again. But it's okay. We're not gonna freak out. We're gonna maintain a positive attitude about the whole thing. It's all good. Where'd my music go? There it is. It's okay. We're gonna maintain our positive attitude about it, guys. It's all good. Now the question is, do we switch to the smaller nib for his eyes? I think it might be a good idea, but also I do feel like I have a good amount of control with this nib. You're supposed to do this anyway. I can't believe I didn't even think to do it. I used to have like a... Gosh, I don't even remember what they're called. When I was in art school, they made us get this stick. It was like a wooden stick that had a little bit of height to it so that you wouldn't smudge charcoal drawings. Fill in this little space here. There is a bug flying around, absolutely harassing me. Whew. I mean, we have plenty of work to do on the leopard, so I don't think we're gonna run out of things to do today. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be like, oh, I sure wish I had more work, you know? Now let's see. His round face does go all the way around, looking at my lovely reference, and then we've got like his neck. Nice and thick line because we want him to stand out from the background, right? And then leopards, I've found, have, ooh, need to be loaded up again. I have found that leopards have surprisingly thick legs. How's that for a confident line? Ooh. Perfect. Perfect. Now we can't really see his paw, but I'm gonna trust myself. That's what learning is all about, right? It's about trusting yourself. Not half bad. That toe is a little weird, but he's gonna have a ton of spots. Sorry. That was me losing my voice because of nerves. Okay. Whew. Who am I jealous of? Him having thick legs? I guess I could be jealous of that. My legs are pretty thick, so I'm not that jealous. All right, buddy. Nice. Okay. Get out of my face. I got this one little piece of hair. So let's see. Let's just start here. Yeah. And then what does his nose look like? It's got like this. Start with our nostrils. I should probably zoom you in, shouldn't I? Whoop! You like that? Here, I'll refocus. There you go. Now you can see a little better. You've been banned? How'd that happen? Oh my gosh. As soon as I get off here, I'll check my bans. I don't remember banning you, like even as a joke. I wonder how that happened. I certainly don't remember banning you. I don't ever remember you doing anything that was like ban worthy. Yeah, I will get that fixed as soon as stream ends. Frenchie does have a tendency to ban people as a joke, so if it was him... Frick. Hiya, 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 hiya. Aya, 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 aya. Okay, so now he's got like a wrinkle down the center of his nose. And then like also here to really create that like snarling effect. And then how's the resolution on the camera? Can you guys see okay? Guys, I'm having a heart attack. Yes, I do remember that you were Dark Creative Chaos. Yeah, I'll look into it. I just can't really look into it right now. Otherwise I would. It's just I am surrounded by so much tech just to get this stream off the ground. My computer is like a couple feet away from me and I would have to move a whole bunch of stuff out of the road. So I promise it'll be the first thing I check on when I get off stream. It's just I can't check on it right this second. We want to make sure that these spots curve with the face. So alongside here are going to be some longer spots. No, not this song. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're zoomed to the max right now, so. He's got like a ton of little spots on his head. I am kind of just doing it to avoid having to do his mouth. Okay, so he's got like little dot pupils. Yes. Yes! We're achieving! Did you hear that tiny little cough? That was one of the dogs. Okay. Whew. I feel like I have to hold my breath. That's why I'm not talking a lot. It truly was. They have great comedic timing. Okay. And then he has his little front teeth. And then his tongue. Oh, I think we did it! I think we managed to do his mouth without fucking it up too much. Oh my gosh. I think he looks good. Here, bring in a little closer so you can see him. Focus, 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 camera. I know you can do it. You've done it before. There you go. Gosh, that was completely heart-pounding. How do people do this? Ugh. I do think this needs to extend a little. Whew. Thank you! Oh my gosh, it was scary. But I'm pretty pleased with how it's going so far. Let's add some spots on my guy here. So let's see. Oh no, hang on. According to my thing, I missed a little section of him right there. And then he's got a nice big spot. And a small spot. And another small spot. Looking good. And then, let's see. I think I took his arm up a little bit more than it is in my sketch, but that's okay. I feel like there's not necessarily a right way to do his spots, but I feel like there's wrong ways to do it, right? And so I feel like I'll know if they look incorrect. But until then, we're just doing what feels right. This would almost be better done with a brush rather than a pen. I'm tempted to go and grab one of my little paint brushes. I don't know, I do like the control that the brush gives me. The pen. And let's do like a nice spot here, and then another one there and there. I just gotta remember to keep them really varied in size, right? Because that's the only thing we don't want, is for them to look like really uniform spots. We want this very natural. Some of the spots are even like a little bit more geometric looking. Oh, there you are! Did you get unbanned? What happened? I was gonna ask if Frenchie looked into it, but he's at work. I don't think he can. I wonder what happened. They're kind of lighter colored in the chest. I did the spots the exact way you're not supposed to, so whoops. All this time I was like, oh yeah, you're supposed to go from top left to bottom right, and then I started on the spots on the bottom right. Very smart. Right. Oh. Really weird. Maybe Twitch was having a problem? Yeah, I mean, I genuinely don't know. I didn't touch anything on my end, so. I'm glad you managed to get in in any case. Good gracious. talking is hard. I feel like I might have a little bit more luck if I just try to like do the big spots and then fill in the little ones afterwards. Just want to make him look dense enough. I feel that way sometimes. I have like the tiniest bit of a stutter. It doesn't like pop up very often. It's not like the most consistent, but I do have like just the smallest little stutter, and it always pops up at like when I'm nervous, obviously. I keep putting my hand down. There we go. I can't believe I smudged out the entire other half of this illustration. Ugh. Definitely want to fill in that space a little. And then on their body, they have more of like this shape of spot, it seems. And some like, maybe like little ones to blend. Just feel like we need to fill in some of these gaps. Maybe like a couple here. Just like really tiny ones. Another one there. He's getting nice and spotted. The tree? I think actually partially my shaky hands kind of help, because it makes the bark look really organic, like it's all twisted around. What is it, little dog? What? Oh, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hello, little dog? Come here. I think you actually can come say hi if you want to say hi. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Are you? All right, hang on. Let's see. What is it, little babu? Oh, is something scaring you? Is something scaring you? Say hi. Say hi. Hi, mommy. Oh, what's wrong, baby? Oh, what is it? Sometimes I hold her while I draw. Let's see, will it white mouth? Oh no, I'm dead. There we go. What is it, baby? What is it, baby? Oh, I'm getting so many kisses right now. I'm getting so many kisses right now, huh, baby? Oh, you kiss your mommy. You kiss your mommy. You kiss your mommy with that mouth? Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put you back down now. I'm gonna put you back. I can't draw with you. I can't draw while I'm holding you, my little baby. Mwah. Oh, did you hear that? That was so cute. That was so cute. Mommy loves you so much. Yes, okay. Now go back on the ground where you belong. Oh, I dropped you. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry about that. She loves your mommy so much, she can't help it. She can't help it. She also got a little piece of dirt in my ink, but that's okay. I love her so much that I don't even care. I don't even care she got dirt in my ink. I love that little dog so much. Something probably upset her. She doesn't necessarily like when I stream because she doesn't understand that I can be talking to no one. So if Frenchie isn't home and I'm talking, she's like, "Why are you talking?" And she thinks I'm talking to her, and it kind of stresses her out that like I'm talking to her but I'm not looking at her, you know? She's very self-centered. She says, "Yeah, the world does revolve around me. So what?" I love that little baby. She is definitely a little Velcro dog, though. Wants nothing more than to be attached at the hip. I like that, though, because I am also clingy. So most of the time, she and I are very happy together. I feel like maybe I rounded his butt too much. I feel like maybe he's got too round of a butt, but maybe if I fill him in with lots of spots, he'll look fine. And then, of course, once he's full of spots, I gotta go over and give him like a little shading pass. Like a little spot there. One that's coming in from the top. Little baby one. This ink actually dries really quick. This whole front half of him is already dry. So I might be able to go over it again with the tracing paper on stream. Basically what's determining the length of this stream is like, it's either Frenchie gets home from work or my camera dies. Whichever one comes first is what ends the stream. But I'm kind of willing to go today for as long as I'll go, you know? Nice little round. Yes, yes. Who over there snorted? I heard you snorting, first of all, and I don't appreciate it. There is one rule in our household, and that rule is no snorting, and yet the dogs continuously violate this rule. Oh, well, somebody sneezed, so that was pretty cute. There's supposed to be like a bit of a fold in the leg there. Oh my gosh, I know. When/if I eventually get my own like studio space where I can have more cameras set up, which is the dream and goal eventually, obviously. I want to have a puppy cam where you can see them. I feel like he just doesn't have enough little spots on his shoulder here. I feel like he should have a lot more of them. We're starting to get a little uniform in size. I think I need some big ones and some like really little ones. Then up top, let's just do like a bunch of them on his spine here. Calf one there, and then like a spot there, and then like let's do a big one here. And very occasionally they have like a little dot in the center, right? And then like, let's do like a down squiggle like that. He's starting to get filled in. Let's do like a couple, maybe like angular ones. Ah, that would be so cute. That's such a good idea. I think it would get banned by Twitch, but I have occasionally... Okay, so this is gonna sound really bad, right? But I promise it's not. I have occasionally wanted to have like dog fighting streams. Now hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I know that sounds really horrible, but my dogs absolutely love play fighting. They are the best of friends and they love fighting each other. They think it's so fun. And they're so cute while they do it. And so I've occasionally like wanted to have dog fight streams where it's just them, but like we commentate over it like it's a WWE wrestling match, me and Frenchie. I think that would be so fun, but I don't think there's any way that I can like title it like dog fighting on Twitch because they would ban me so fast, as they should, because that on paper sounds horrible, right? But it's not like I would force them to fight or make them unhappy or anything. It would just be like, if they start dog fighting, I can switch to a dog fight cam and commentate over it like it's UFC, you know? I know. It sounds like crazy in concept, but I just think it would be a lot of fun. Because that's how Frenchie and I talk about them when they're fighting, like play fighting IRL. I'll rate like the moves that they do, like the tackles. I'll be like, oh, that was a 7 out of 10, you know? But they're just doing what dogs do. I don't think I could force them to fight if I wanted to, and I definitely don't. But like, I don't think it's possible to instigate a fight between those two. They just do it for the love of the game. Fill in a bunch of small ones. Bunch of teeny tiny dots. I think we might be coming to the end of his spots here. Now if I just go in and do like a bunch of little filler dots. Yeah, buddy. I think that's his body done. It's kind of weird that there's a bit of a gap here. So now we just need to go over him with a... I would definitely get people's attention, but I don't think Twitch would let me title it anything like dog fighting. I'd probably have to be like dog UFC or something, you know? And even then, I don't know if I'd get away with it. We just gotta add a little bit of shading to our guy here. Once he's like totally dry, we're gonna leave him to dry for a couple days to make sure he like actually gets totally and completely dry. What I'm gonna do is I'll take him out and do a like gray ink wash just to get a little bit more depth. So this is really just for like our darkest dark areas. Do his little back toes. Those toes are kind of fucked up, but that's okay. A little bit of cross hatching underneath that leg. And I think down here, maybe like a little bit there. I don't want to overdo it. I think he looks so good. Rah! Like, I'm actually unbelievably pleased with how he's turned out so far. I was so scared, and I think this whole thing is going super, super well. So, oh, okay. To our next section, I suppose. We'll do the little tree underneath him. Kind of want to add maybe like a little bit of a... just to make that arm a little rounded. Yay! It's been about an hour and a half, but for the first like maybe 45 minutes, I was transferring from the tracing paper. So I think we're actually making really good time. Oh, I should drink water, shouldn't I? Yeah, I would guess like maybe half an hour to 40 minutes, but I'm not entirely sure. I should have looked at the time. Because being able to track how long this is going to take me is a really, really important thing, because I have a lot of these to do. I'm hoping to get all of my Inktober illustrations done before October actually begins, so that I can get ahead on other stuff. These really scare me. I don't know why. Doing these like lines in the trees. Rory! I don't know if you just heard, but she bonked her head on the table. Poor thing. Are you okay, baby? She says, stop talking to nobody and pay attention to your Rory, Snoot. I'm sorry, baby, but I'm not talking to nobody. I'm hanging with some people. We're vibing. Oof, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I want to take 2 weeks off in October just to relax, because I've been working pretty hard recently, and I feel like if I get these all done ahead of time, then when that time comes, I'll feel like I've really earned my relaxation. Plus, I like to turn my Inktober's into books. The last 2 years, I've done books that I've written, but that really adds like a lot of strain and stress on me, obviously, because not only do I have to do these Inktobers, I don't like that. Damn it, I don't like that. It's okay. It's just one line. No one's gonna notice it. I just feel like it makes the tree curve weirdly. I usually write stories to go along with them, but that adds such a huge additional workload. And so this year I decided not to do that, but I'm still going to be making a book. I'm going to be doing, obviously these illustrations are from Dante's Inferno, so I'm just going to be putting out like a little illustrated copy of Dante's Inferno. So it's like a, you know, the translation that I found is in the public domain, so I can use that translator's work. Obviously, I'll credit them, like, no duh. And then I'll just sell my little illustrated copy of Dante's Inferno. That way that reduces the workload, but I can still keep the tradition alive, you know? Okay, that's not so bad. The thing I don't really like is this branch, but maybe if I make it more prominent, like add like a bump. Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit better. Do want to add a little bit more like line width in certain areas. I'm glad that was dry, because I definitely would have just smeared his entire face if this ink wasn't nice and fast drying, so. There we go. Okay. Now, looking at my reference, this, ooh, pressed too hard. Hi-ya. The sound effects really do help, actually. This is his back leg that I'm filling in right now in this gap. So that's going to be pretty much entirely shaded in. And then this tree has like a fun little knob coming out the side of it. and kind of a harsh edge, but we definitely want to keep that, I think. I think that's what makes a good tree, is harsh edges. People kind of make them a bit flowy, but trees in general, you know, they have bark that makes them kind of rough. So I think that really helps sell the illusion that this is like a knobbly tree, is having rough, sturdy edges. Ugh. Oh my gosh, last year it almost killed me. Which is why I've decided to do something different this year. Because the year before, it wasn't like a huge amount of pressure that I put on myself or anything. I was like, oh, you know, I'll write. I specifically did one-page stories. So like one of them was like a poem and one of them was like a note, and you know. So it was a lot easier because I only wrote these one-page little stories that were still like, you know, they still took work, but they were just a little thing. And then I also didn't actually complete them until November. But then the next year I was like, okay, I'm going to write however many pages it needs to be, and I'm going to have it done by the 14th of October so that there's half of October for anyone who wants to go and get the book. And I ended up like accidentally writing a 350-page novel or whatever in a month because I was like, I gotta get it done, you know? And so I wrote so much, and it's like, oh my God. Do I have it on hand? I might actually have it on hand. Let me see. Let me see real quick. I think I might have it just like on the bookcase behind me. Yep, here it is. Bam! So this is the book that I made last year. You can see it's a cool 337 pages. So it ended up pretty good, but I do not want to do that again. Not in such a short period of time. It was really nice to know that I could do it, but I don't really have any desire to do it again. Almost showed you my legs there. Almost exposed my legs. This branch is not wanting to cooperate with me, I think. That one's a little messy. Ugh, God, it was miserable. I would never, ever do it again. Poor Frenchie had to deal with me crying like every day. I was in so much pain. My wrists hurt all the time. It was a bad idea. And I would never try to do that again. So this year I'm taking a much more relaxed approach to Inktober. I'd still obviously like to get it done, but if I get like 10 done instead of 31 like I'm planning, 34, I'm actually planning to do a few extra because there are 34 cantos in Dante's Inferno. So if I do one for each canto, you know, that would be ideal. But if I don't get it done, I'm genuinely not going to stress about it. I'll just do it when I have time, you know? But yeah, last year it was a lot of stress, and it didn't help. I had just been in a car accident like 3 months prior, 4 months prior, and I was in a ton of pain from that. I was going to physical therapy 3 times a week and all that stuff. So it did not help that I was constantly in pain and trying to do all that at the same time. So it's like, I really admire myself for being able to do it, and I really scold myself for doing it in the first place. I should have been resting. Like, it's cool that I managed, but dear God, never again. This year we're all about taking care of ourselves. Ooh, I don't like this. Ooh, no, no. Ow. It's fine. I don't like how dark it is. I don't like how dark it is in comparison with everything else. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna darken up a few areas. Like this area back here, we're gonna darken in. And that should help maybe even like fully fill some of those gaps. Because if we make one area way too contrasty, then it gets to be a little weird, right? So we'll make some of these areas just a bit darker. And that'll help. This area here could be a bit darker. That helped, I think. Yeah, definitely. We're prioritizing self-care this year. Hell yeah. It didn't end up being too bad. It was actually, honestly, it was like probably, sorry, there's a fly floating around. I live in Florida. We've got fucking fruit flies everywhere. You know how it is. But honestly, it was like kind of nice to be able to go to the chiropractor because I was, you know, in physical therapy. I was going to the chiropractor a lot. It was really nice to be able to like work really hard and then go to the doctor and be like, I'm in pain. And they're like, okay. And they just fix it. Or at least do an adjustment. I wouldn't say fixed it, but you know. None of that this year. Whoop. And then I want this like really scrungly looking branch. Yes. Yes. Maintain the scrungles. That's what I am all about. And then add a little bit of variety there. Yeah. Shade in that area. Definitely scrungly. Ooh, there's a hair on my nib. I almost just did something very silly. I like went slightly outside of the line and I almost double tapped on my paper to undo it. Digital art habits coming through strong. This makes this look a little bit more dead. We add like a little more shading on it. And then of course we have our good boy's tail. This line we're really gonna have to, yeah, right? We're really gonna have to breathe through this one. Really? Okay. Whew. I filled my pen right before that. But it was like, I'm dead. Okay. Not bad. Can we still see? Yes. And then, of course, this lovely fur texture. Oh no, no! It's fine. I was trying to correct the line and I accidentally made it super thick. But that's okay. It's alright. We're not worried. Little dot, little dot. And then this one we just wanna maintain that lovely look that we made on his coat. I don't know how, but the shape of the tail is completely different in my sketch than it is in the final product. Very unusual, but I'm not gonna complain. It seems fine still. It's nice. Ooh, and then a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Definitely one that like almost connects across. Really like long one. Some little dots. Lots of little dots. Not too bad. Maintains the same look. And then of course we add just a little bit of hatching to the tail that's under the branch. Sorry, my model's probably all over the place because I'm ducking my head down to see what I'm doing. Okay, and with that, I'm hungry, so we're gonna take a cracker break. Oh, it's turning out so well. God. Kind of like puts the pressure on, you know? Whew. Yeah. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna grab some crackers. I'm still gonna be on. I'm just gonna be eating crackers. Okay, so we've got about half an hour left to stream. My camera's actually doing pretty good. Better than I expected, so in terms of battery life. Crackers! Definitely not going to get crumbs in my ink. I can't open these damn crackers. What the hell? There we go. I feel like we need a little bit of something here. All right. The line was a bit thick. Okay. Whew. it's drawing with inks is a constant series of heart attacks, apparently. Can we see okay? Oh, that's much better. Why were you so zoomed out? Huh? Are you scared to be close to me or something? There's like kind of a knot here. A nice big one. A big crunchy one. We enjoy a nice big knot. In a tree, I mean. Avenue, I love you so much, but I really don't want to hang out with you right now. I'm really quite busy right now, baby. She doesn't believe it for a second. Okay. Now, unfortunately for me, this part of my sketch is not clear at all. Both like here and on my iPad. my goodness. Oh, baby, I notice you. I notice you, sweetheart. What's the problem? Can you show me what the problem is? Can you show me what the problem is? Sometimes she can, sometimes she can't. Sometimes the problem is literally just like, Mommy, I'm bored, you know? Which I think is what our problem is this time, if I had to guess. What is it, baby? Why are you throwing tantrum? Why are you throwing a tantrum, huh? Mommy don't know what you want. You have to use your words. You have to use your charades. Oh, honey, I don't know what the problem is, baby. I would help you if I knew, but I don't know. She's really quite upset. Usually I'd tell her to stop bucking, but she's clearly going through a little emotional phase right now, so she's allowed to buck. Oh, stop it. She's yelling at the bins. But the bins doesn't want to fight you, Robbie. She's just trying to hang out. Sometimes Rory gets really mad if Bindi, like, doesn't want to play with her. Oh, they're fighting. These bitches are fighting. Okay, I think our tree is done. What do we think? Bam. Obviously, we've still got branches and stuff on the other side that we need to complete. But I think the basics of our tree are kind of done. I want to add almost like a little root curling out of the ground here. I don't think that added anything, but I don't think it took away from anything. Let me try and make it look more solid. We do gotta add a little bit of texture to our ground here. So let's see. We'll add some like little wee little pieces of grass. There's like a little group of stones that I put in my reference here. Like a little pentagon. And one that's like a little more yoink. I think I put them a little bit too close together here. That's okay. Do we attempt Wolfie with his current level, her current level, sorry, she's a she-wolf. Her current level of sketch? I think maybe we can. Let's attempt our lovely Wolfie here. We want her to have pretty thick lines because she's going to be the closest thing to the camera. So she would be quite defined. And then obviously her little nails are just going to get straight filled in. Because those are typically black on wolves and stuff. Alright, Wolfie. Ears are a little more pointed. Hmm. We're running into just a few slight problems with her here. I made that ear much, much too round. Hopefully it doesn't affect the feeling too much. I mean, it's not like they're pointed, they're just kind of pentagonal, I guess is maybe the best word to describe them. Kind of getting tired, and I'm not really thinking about the flow of the hair, which is obviously a mistake. Relax and think more about the flow of the hair. So that lip curls. Then obviously we've got our nose. Okay. Whew, sorry, the faces always get me. They're difficult. Oh, I'm really worried that this one isn't going to turn out well, but we're just gonna keep going. Okay. think I made her pupil a little bit too... Oh my god, it's an actual miracle. I don't feel like she looks terrible. I do feel like I might have to go in with some white paint and clean up her teeth. I don't feel like she looks bad. This side of her head is definitely bigger than the other, but her head isn't straight on, right? Not sure I want to finish that while I can't really see the sketch. God damn it. There was a hair stuck to the nib. It's okay. my god. It's fine. This nib just really needs to be cleaned. It's holding onto so much ink now. And it's fine, again, because like it's in areas where it's supposed to be dark. But it is holding that ink. Like that is dark, dark. Yeah, I don't hate it, but the nib really, really needs a clean. Oof, okay. I'm probably gonna have to call that good for now. Firstly, because my nib desperately needs a clean. But also because Frenchie is gonna be home any minute now. I'll probably finish this one tonight off stream, but I will be back tomorrow, question mark. It's fine. I just put my hand in. There we go. Yeah, I'll probably finish this one tonight off stream. I was gonna say off camera, but I gotta record it. I don't think that looks too bad. And I think we got a lot done for the amount of time that we were recording. Woo! Streaming, I should say. Especially because I had to do all of that transfer stuff. So yeah, I'll probably finish this tonight and I'll be back tomorrow because I already have the sketch for that one ready to go. Again, I just need to transfer it to another piece of like watercolor paper. But so far, I think that this is turning out really, really good. Yeah, I do need to go in with like the teeniest little bit of white paint and a paintbrush and clean up Wolfie's teeth just because I want them to be a little bit brighter. But obviously I'll do that when it's dry. Probably at the very end. Oh, sorry for talking with my mouth full. Probably at the very end. Yeah, I mean, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Blue Bear and Frenchie for donating. It was nice to see you again, Dark Creative Chaos. And I will be back again, probably tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, maybe Saturday. I'll see. Bye now.